All right, we're back. He was already away, so. All right, we're back. Oh, he was already
Double
away,
play.
so.
What's going on?
Oh, he was already
Double play. What's going on?
Okay, there we go. That might be better. Yep, I don't hear myself. So yeah, there we go. I think he was on. Man, it's like, okay, how are we going to attack? Oh, there you go. Oh, you get different colors. All right, let me try to make it sound like I'm not hollering, but try to turn it up a little bit.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Brooklyn Barons and the London Black Knights.
I would have to start off on offense.
In the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Try to get that
He'll
first.
take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Okay, good first, good first.
Takes it across the 40-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Shoot up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3-and-out and did just that. The slot man in motion right. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
We'll take that. We'll take it. We'll take it.
Shy of midfield.
I don't know how we got
nice
stuck up in there like that, but we'll take it.
And it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That was a 6-yard gain on first down.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And
okay, we got the first.
Oh,
no, how we did not get the first on that?
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and inches.
How we didn't get the first on that, I don't know.
In motion, the tight end. From the gun,
okay, he pulled us forward.
He's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They go back to the ground this time.
He just slid back there, boy. He was playing no game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Jacobs.
He pushes back inside.
5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
Sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush,
I knew I was going to be able to get it.
It'll be a loss of 8
I
on
knew
the sack,
he was going to be able to get off that line like that.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
Well, we ain't go 3 and out. That's a normal.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And
What's
no
that?
return here.
Okay,
Where will
that's
they
fine.
spot it?
That's fine.
They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
On play action, Lawrence. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
Okay, that's just on my fastest guy.
Prior to going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long.
Who's that,
Wally? Multiple people, and right away, they tell the other team,
he just gonna have to carve him up.
He's just better.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley.
Good job, D.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
They go play action with Lawrence. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, he exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open.
I messed this one up.
Down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage here.
Okay, I'm not going to block nobody.
28. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now. It's
a couple
Brooklyn
plays
in
I got
possession.
in my mind.
As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
I messed up, so now I got to try to change it for one that feel comfortable, and it don't feel comfortable really.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
There we go. Great catch. Great catch.
Taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Great catch.
Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop
We cannot get any kind of
yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Hey,
They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
That's fine.
Well, he shot in seeming like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect the group.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Really?
Does the defense have it? They do, says the referee. We're going the other way.
Well, that's a down and distance coach is always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And
the most they should have been there.
He knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The
Okay,
offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Let's call timeout.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
Look at me. Go, go.
Here's Lawrence.
Let's go.
He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Come on, set.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his football.
So the fumble recovery.
All right, now we got to
set
just.
up an ideal field position, but they can muster only 3
We can't
points
let
out.
him open up that door for this onslaught. We got to get first downs. We got to get first downs. Because we already know what he finna try to do. He finna try to keep this clock stop as much as possible.
So we will start here at the 25.
You know it.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick
Somebody
themselves
say,
back
"Oh,
up
I'm
and
hurt."
now take it downfield,
I don't
punch
think
in
he
the end
hurt for real.
zone without turning it over.
This player said, hey, let's stop this clock.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Should have gave it, but we'll take it.
5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
Well,
He
he
said
is
he had a
certainly
boo-boo
dangerous
on
when he
his knee.
spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. And let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And forget about finding a lane. He
We know
barely
what
had
that
time
was.
to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
All right, we ace the clock. Let's get a first down, and then let's move from there.
Ready up.
Second and 13.
Come on, Brian.
Is incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
And no return possible
That's
here
fine.
as they
At the
angle
22.
this one out of bounds.
All right, come on, defense. Let's see if we can get us to stop. Get this offense somewhat on track.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says,
Let's go, defense.
One that's intercepted. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off.
Let's see what this do. Anything.
Anything, right? Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Blitz coming.
Can't throw it. Cannot throw it.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something different.
I think I was going to miss this. Okay.
And I tell you what,
all right, we made it.
58. That had
We made it.
Of leg behind
That delay,
it,
though.
And that will tie us at 3-3.
Man.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy.
Let's continue to play good defense for 1 more minute. 1 more minute.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles, rolling the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing. and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. He's airing it out for Williams.
Let's go.
That's the third interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just.
Good job. Let's go.
It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I ain't telling him to move the first time.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete on the
We
deep
needed
ball.
that, Harrison.
That's
We
tremendous
needed that
field
one.
position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Let's see, can we
Good
creep?
work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Hands it off out of the gun. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
We shouldn't
now
have
another
did
timeout
that.
called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
We should have not had called that timeout.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. They'll look to throw.
Great catch.
He's got his tight end on the corner route.
Great
It's complete.
catch.
And all the way
Yeah, just go
inside
ahead
the
and just
15
call the
before they drop it.
timeout. Kick this field
Now
goal.
whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see
Come on
about
now,
getting
don't
3
ice me.
points.
Don't ice
And now
me.
we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
It should be. All right.
And his kick here is
Dang, warp
good.
out.
And that will do it for this first half. So it's on to halftime of this AFC Divisional Round matchup. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside
Dang,
Charles
he get
Davis.
ball back.
I'm Brandon
Dang,
Gordon.
I forgot all about that. That was important detail, huh? The good thing I was able to kick a field goal at the end of the first half.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The offense now at the line, ready for their next
He ain't mess
drive.
up this time.
And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this
come on, Brian.
It'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence.
We almost got to it.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards there, first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 more yards there and another first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Barkley with a carry on first down, and he'll get about 4. So 2nd and 6 forthcoming.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't,
don't break,
and figured out a better game plan.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Play action. It's Lawrence. It's a short one here.
Oh, no. How he got loose.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Okay.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
I messed up.
In motion left comes Williams. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
Fumble? No.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Barkley is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Barkley again. But he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And this time he is in. Saquon Barkley A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Black Knights have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
Now
and
my defense getting hurt.
4-point game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
But he can't come back. That's going to hurt in that run defense.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Go ahead, Marvin. Let's go.
It's a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give them maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go rush into the short
I was
side.
holding A. Why he ain't
on the
wanna...
play back at the 37-yard line.
Okay.
That second down play nets a -4.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Come on. He was holding my man's arms.
It hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there.
He was holding my man's arms.
You nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
From the 10.
Oh, no, not like that.
He's past the 30. And he's
Just gave him 20 extra
yards.
yards.
To the 40 before going out of bounds.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Great field position.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Lawrence. And that would not
come on, Percy. You got to jump for those,
so they
brother.
couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back now here in London. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Lawrence will throw. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's
Thank you for being there, Brownie. Because if he would have had a chance to throw that
on 3rd down, it's a loss of 7.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys
If
different
he
things
would have
when they
had
get
the
to the
chance to
sidelines
throw
after
that
creating
one.
a big play. But just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on 3rd down. Really? Should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
Oh, like really? Wow.
So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Oh, yeah, let's go. Let's go. If only he would have got out the way.
But not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup of 38. That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. Had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better after that run.
62 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
He was waiting on that one, boy.
Down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See,
yes,
that's
it
now
has,
5
man.
sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll
His
also stop the clock at the 2-minute mark.
And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
A big
That was a
play
good one.
there. 43
That was a big time.
yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And some room to work.
Stop it.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10.
That's what happened, man. The difference between playing on conservative ball carriers and everything else. I
guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley.
Good run.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
All right. So now the pressure on us. We got to score.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
We got to score.
The Black Knights get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. So an important drive for them there. They're not home, but momentum, Charles, definitely in their favor now.
And I like the point you just made. They're not home yet, but a one-point game, and if you kick the extra point, make it an 8-point game. Only one score, but you're right. Momentum definitely in their favor right now.
Yes, it is.
By McPherson, up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Come on, man.
3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Gotta try it here. He's back
Come
to throw.
on.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
He just said, go ahead, bro. You can have it.
On the short side of
That
the
was my
field.
defensive lineman said,
Tight
go
ends
ahead,
in the
bro.
ball
You
game
can
here
have
on
it.
1st and 10.
What is that?
Barkley, inside handoff. And
He said,
inside
go
the
ahead,
20
bro. You
before
can
he's
have
brought
it.
down. 62 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell him to back off and being aggressive.
Oh,
but
that was
sometimes
so
you see the
weak.
consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't
Missed
secure
block
tackles.
assignment.
Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
All right, man.
You gotta
Good
get
game,
him.
bro.
Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
No, he ain't super shoot that time.
2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter,
blocking
you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Lawrence going to look to throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 10. And able to get this out to the 25.
No point, the dog gonna throw it. You can't even,
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was the moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
That should be on him, right?
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy.
Wow, really?
In addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
In motion comes the tight end left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. What a throw right there for the 1st down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there?
Since it might be his last play on the team.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
GG, man.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
Let's see the little small highlights. That was just a defensive battle game. Neither one of us really was able to get it going. Yeah, he didn't get faked out at all. I don't think he thought I was going to get back there. That was a bad sack. Yeah, second half. All those sacks. Yeah, I couldn't even see that one on 4th down. But it's fine. It's building blocks. Building blocks. 23-9. Good game. Good game. Oh, yeah. That's when the game went a little differently on defense. My right end went out. Well, that's a decent season, I guess. Once again, we got right back to the, what's that, divisional round of the playoffs to lose. But, all right, that'll be it. Until next time, we gone.